Look, everybody. Welcome to the show. First off, when is there not chaos on this show? Second, welcome to Dragonlance, a song of lance and fire. I hope you're all doing well. It has been a wild week for me over here in EFP land. Do not forget to pick up your StreamLoot cards, your StreamLoot subs now, by the way. At the beginning of each payment that you have for your StreamLoot subs, you get not one but 2 packs of Dragonlance cards. That's a way more cost-effective way if you want to get yourself some cards every month, just to subscribe through StreamLoot subs. And it automatically does it. I don't have to fucking do it anymore. And right now, I think there's a chance to get a gift card or something as well. Not for me, from StreamLoots. And we actually had somebody from one of our shows, I believe on Norse Foundry, win a Nintendo Switch. So it's a real thing. They really do stuff. It is not fake. They finally got it. And also was that person's first console. So with that said, tonight is going to be a fantastic show. We'll dive into it here in about 5 minutes. I got a little something in the background I need to do. Somebody forgot to put a StreamLoot card in. So don't buy packs just yet. Give me about 7 minutes and they'll be in there. See you guys in a bit. how I said I would have a card ready? Well, guess what, everybody? I just made it and activated it. Boom. Go get yourself the S-Tide, S-Tide lineage card where he has a letter on him and he can use it to give to somebody like he knows them. And then the other half for Tuesday is column on orders. Not even going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be spicy when it happens. There's only 5 of them. It's a limited series. They will get refreshed again either in July or if a special event happens during the show. Enough of that, though, everybody. Let's dive in to Dragonlance Night Siege. Yes, I spelled it wrong because Draconians can't spell. Everybody, how are we doing? Welcome to the show tonight. It has been awesome. I get to actually play an NPC for an entire show. I haven't done that since, never. We've never done that on Dragonlance. I've never got to play a NPC that's an NPC for longer than a few moments. And so now we have Dalamar, our lovely 9th level wizard, that is going to be joining the party. He is a Sylvanesti elf and these torn, almost heavy metal blue robes. If anyone's watched the anime Bastard, it is definitely the personality type that I am going to give Dalamar.
Oh, no.
Because I think it'll be awesome. Thank you for joining us, Isaac. Thank you for being at the show. Hope you're doing well. So let's just dive into the show, everybody. We left our group on boats traveling through the ocean, heading towards a fortress that sits on a peninsula cliff, like a cliff edge, overlooking the ocean, that apparently the Red Army has taken over. This is right after they spoke with the Sylvanesti elf Dalamar, and he brought them from his broken ship that they repaired with some iron-felled flux all the way to their encampment, where they were basically told to get the fuck out of their camp. Not Dalamar, but the Elder. They don't believe in other people helping. They're very xenophobic, but it doesn't stand true for all of them, just the Elder of the group. As everyone watched them leave, hoping Dalamar would come back, Dalamar told him, I will be joining you to come with on this adventure that you have as long as we hit the spaces that I need to hit. And sure enough, one of them is the fortress that we are going to be hitting up tonight. Now, in the background, we did a little bit of secret time, because we always do. And with the secret time, we decided that we were going to infiltrate this place in the dark at night by boat, sending some of our troops up through the front to start the combat, while the rest of the people are climbing up the side of the cliff in the middle of it. Now, what I didn't tell everybody is it's going to be raining and lightning, because at the end of last episode, I spent my Ttrpgfamily points to make a thunderstorm. You're welcome. I have the ability to change the environment when I want with Ttrpgfamily points. I spent all of them at the end of the episode last time. Wasn't a lot, just enough. So that means that our group tonight will be climbing in the rain. And I'm going to ask the cast in the background here, which one of you are going to be climbing and leading the group up the cliffside? And who are you going to leave in charge of the units that are going to the front that the audience tonight are going to roll for? Who's going to lead the climb? Oh, hello. Let's bring everybody on. Hi. So, Valina, there's an echo?
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
How? I don't hear an echo.
Russ? I don't hear an echo.
They could hear me when I was muted, and I hear the echo now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yes.
Where is the echo coming from?
There's a spy in here.
I got it. Fixed. Problem solved.
Thank you.
It was because
Thank
I was
you.
testing browsers with Moxie for her show. I blame Moxie. Moxie, it's your fault.
Fair.
All right. So with that said, it's fixed. Thank you for the heads up. So with that, this cliff face is a sheer cliff face that climbs up the Sunward Fortress. It is a hard climb. The difficulty is 20 for the person in the lead. If they are successful, the people behind them all get advantage on the road, on the way up as you pick the path. Now, every time you fail, your group is going to have to roll a disadvantage. That includes a unit if you're bringing a unit up with you. Now, this is up to you as a group. So I'm going to ask you before we get into character, you have 100 people plus the Minotaurs. who are you sending to the front of the fortress, and who are you sending with you up the side of the cliff? It's about 100-foot climb from the ocean.
Ooh.
Makes sense that the Minotaurs stay on the bottom because.
Minotaurs? What are you talking about? They have hands.
They're strong.
They're strong as F, dude.
Yeah.
But they also could kick the centaurs. No, they're not billy goats. They're not billy goats. I see what you're saying now. I understand. It's not Skyrim.
Okay.
So who wants to lead this this little... If you're leading it, who are you taking? Are you taking the Minotaurs with you? Or are you going to take half of your 100 units? Are you going to take none of them and send them all to the front door and only your group goes to the back? Totally up to you. I'll assume you strategize this on the ride up to it. Diana's pretty quiet. I will check that. Thank you. I have them booted.
Okay. So, do we want to split the group? Because I don't want to have I don't want everyone to funnel in through the front, and then if something happens, they get bodied.
Some people.
What I'm thinking, hear me out. We have our Fort Dyer soldiers.
You only brought the Minotaurs with you. The rest were set at Fort Dyer, I thought.
The ghosts.
Oh, you do have those? I fucking forgot.
So,
and you have horses, technically.
Yeah.
Because you got the seahorse whisperer over here.
Correct. So, I mean, if we want to split up and do like maybe, I don't know, like 20 or something through the front, one of us goes with that group, and then once we get in, surprise, we also have ghosts. Okay. And then that might be enough of a distraction for everyone else to go in through a side entrance or back entrance. Like, I'm not...
Yeah, because you haven't seen this place. Now, Dalamar says, look, if you all are really trying to find out what the top of this looks like, I could turn invisible, fly over, and tell you the entrances. That would make this easier.
I think that's a good idea.
That would be very helpful. That get a bird's eye view of something. Find out what is the weakest side to attack on.
Well, I will tell you, unfortunately, for this to work, I will need a little bit of assistance. I'm going to need at least 4 of the soldiers you do not want to have go. I'm going to have to exhaust them to do what I want to do. Ritual casting of old world magic. Instead of me spending my spells and energy for the day, I take it from other people.
Oh, but you're not going to kill them.
Oh, God, no. It's not. You're just going to be tired and leave them in the ship, let them rest for 2 days.
I look at Adriel.
I mean, or I could expend my own resources, but what if 4 soldiers when we have 100?
Okay, so, I mean, we know mostly what Adriel's alignment is. Good of Capwn. If 4 soldiers have to take a nap for a couple... No, I'm just saying, if the soldiers have to take it... If 4 soldiers have to take a nap in the ship for a couple of days...
Yeah.
To save 96 soldiers, potentially.
Now, plus your other units. You know, your Minotaurs as well. Or if you want, I could use probably 1 or 2 of your Minotaurs. They should have enough strength for me to draw from them.
Oh, I think the Minotaurs we should use. They're very strong.
Well, it's good that you said that, because I already used 4 soldiers. Ask for forgiveness. And he disappears, and you see, as he does, his feet start to lift as the invisibility finishes, and he flies off.
He was using cards.
He already did it.
He already did.
He was ahead of the game.
Iron
Cudgel goes, listen, I believe I should go with the soldiers with Becklin in the front, and we should do our best to infiltrate. And by infiltrate, I mean crush their skulls and break everything that is available. We'll try to leave the doors intact so we can use them. Backlund goes, I think, honestly, we take the 100 soldiers to the front door. It would make way more sense for us to come with a full force while you all sneak in through the side. While he's off flying like a asshole of a bird, Backlund says, do we have the ability to fly to get up there instead of climbing? I shouldn't say we, you all. Or are you going to take the climb?
I'm limited in what I can learn. So
Well,
I had to make a decision.
What do we know of this place's defenses when it comes to their doors? Are you all going to be able to break through it?
Well, you can pull out the map that was given to you by Dalamar, because remember, he produced the map for this place.
Yeah.
All right, so I will take us over to the map for the Sunward Fortress here. Let me scroll us from here, and I'll pull up a map for you and the audience. This is the Sunward Fortress. It's all black, I know. Give me 1 second.
Frankhouse, it's all black!
Yep, it is. It sure is.
Well, because it's dark and it's a dark and stormy night, Adam.
It's dark and stormy.
Oh, thanks, Kelly. That makes sense.
That's me. I'm the ideas
reveal
person.
this for you. Hello, reveal. All right, let me know if you guys can see this. Shh. Not yet. 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 Hold on. Boop. Can you see that?
Negative
No,
Ghost Rider.
senor.
Negative Ghost Rider.
0%.
If I was Ghost Rider, I would not be doing this show. There? No? Nothing? Okay. You gotta love the fact that it hates everything that I'm doing. I'm gonna go one more time. And I'm going to do it again. Nope. Great. I love this game. It is the best. I love Roll20. Roll20, you're my bestest of friends. I am going to...
Roll20 is just acting up because Roll20 wants to spend more time with you.
Roll20,
Aw.
look, you need to get a fucking job.
Wow.
Let me do this again. All right. I'm just going to turn off the light because I think it's ridiculous that it is not working, because you got to love when you can't do it. Mondays. That's right. You at least
Thanks,
know.
Monday.
Dynamic lighting. Boop. Fine. Now you can see it.
Yes,
Yay!
It's because we're so, you know what? It's trying to keep a secret from everybody, including the Secret Council.
Yeah.
Secret.
A secret up on us? Oh,
That's right.
All right, let me do this. And we will send this to there, so you'll... There we go. Now you can see it all.
Is Aldern the modern man?
It's altered the Modern Man, yes. Yes, he is. How did you know?
He was talking about secrets. He's got a secret.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So it's legit like a front door.
yeah. It's a fort. And I mean, from what it looks like from everything, it looks like a fort. I'm gonna move this over. There is apparently some form of like a stairs that go down below. What it's for, you're not sure. It could be like a dungeon that was underneath or excavating. And you can even see some holes in the side of the cliff in the dark from you have enough people with the ability to do perceptions. You can see tunnels that may take you in underneath as well.
Do we want to go? I was gonna say, do we want to go underneath?
The tunnels?
If it's just us?
I'll put the large map on so the audience can see the large map. And that's like the rough map that he has of the place. Honestly, we could also, if S-Tide gets to it, he has the ability to touch stone and like know stuff. Like how many people are inside, things like that. So even if you can get him in contact with it.
Right.
There we go. He said he'd be gone probably for about 30 minutes as you guys are still sailing in.
Okay, so by the map, we've got a front door. And if we can get down to these mines or whatnot, what's underneath? Sneaking up probably wouldn't expect that, but we don't know actually what's down there or what tunnels are actually going to lead.
Right.
And so I take it that one's got the path for the and then second.
Right, and then I will draw where the tunnel is for you, just so you have an idea of where you can go through. So the cliff side is on the back of it, over there, like on the south.
Okay.
Down is south on the map.
Okay.
Yep, that's the area, but it comes in through the probably like here into the mine. Here, let me show you here. It probably comes into like here through the mine, a hole there. That would probably be the location you're guessing it's going to come out, because that crevice that's there comes out of the side of the cliff. So it's like a split and it kind of like a wound in the side of the cliff face. So you can climb up and climb through the cliff area and come in through that ravine if you wanted to. What's the plan, everybody?
Front door. I guess when we find out what's on the top as well.
Black ones, they're going through the front door.
Yeah, they want to take all
Yes.
100
Okay.
troops.
For
So then
us-
is that including the Minotaurs? Are we taking the Minotaurs with us?
Yeah, they did not include the Minotaurs because those are your troops. That's up to you.
Okay.
And I'll put the hole here so you can kind of get an idea of where it's probably going to come in. That's your guesstimate.
Okay.
Okay. So what would you like to do?
Can you feel dirt? Like know who's in the dirt?
In the dirt?
I mean in the tunnel.
Can you feel the
No,
dirt?
no, it doesn't quite work that way. It's more like
It's stone.
it is stone, but it's more like structural stone and everything.
Like what?
Structural, like
Oh,
walls,
structure.
castle walls.
Okay, so forget. Okay.
Yeah, those things. Like I can't just go, oh look, put my finger in the dirt and I know something.
Well, I didn't know what your powers are like, but I know touch stone. Okay, so
Well, Backlund goes, we're not going to be able to fit 100 soldiers into this place. So what I think we're going to do from my strategy, and this is for the audience, is we're going to go to the front area. There's a big, you can see it's walled in on the front. They have to have a courtyard, a pavilion there of some form. We're going to bust the gate down. I would personally like to bring the Minotaurs to crush the gate open. It's probably closed. That's my personal preference. Although there are other ways we do it. I could even fly in on the other side if the creature is willing to listen to me, and she like looks around to make sure it's not paying attention, and I could open it from the inside, or our soldiers could break the gate. But I would like to keep the gate intact in case we are going to take this and fortify it for ourselves and use a base of operations. And it kind of goes out, and you can see there's a nice landmass. Like if you're looking at it as a side as you're sailing up to it, the landmass kind of goes back down into the northern waste. You could easily set up all your tents and stuff through there as well for your 100 soldiers. So there's definitely space to set up your army here. You just got to decide how important it is for you all to do that and who's all going to go. But she says she would like to bring the Minotaurs if you're okay with that.
I mean, I think going through the mines, they're quite huge. They might get stuck.
Capwn goes, look, I'm going to be honest. We don't like climbing through small spaces. Like, I'm not claustrophobic, but I don't like water. And the idea of climbing over water and falling in it and not being able to swim sounds like a hell of a horrible idea. And the gods wouldn't want me to drown. Right? And she looks to you like, you're the avatar. I mean, you're the representation, the herald, the new founding. Like, you wouldn't want me to drown, right?
I wouldn't want anybody to drown.
I was going
No,
to say, what about the rest of us?
no,
You're not allowed.
nobody should drown.
Yeah,
No,
I
not
can't
at all.
swim, though.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, yeah.
And
Don't go through
she
it.
goes, neither can them or them or them. I think that one only knows how to drown.
Okay, so you all go to the front and here.
I could send one of my soldiers with you that knows how to swim if you really want one, but I think it'd be better if we go as a unit, crush the gate open, and just trounce whatever's up front.
No, we can. That's fine. Because then I tap at my Alder and Valine. I tap my Kalamon badge that we got from Fort Dyer. So
Oh, the one with the sun and the different one beam that's a different color.
Yep.
So as that happens, and you guys talk about it for 30 minutes as you're sailing in, Dalamar shows back up, lands, and he goes, "Well, there's a lot of tents out front. I'd say 24 of those motherfuckers are sitting out there."
Out the tents. What about the gates and
Gate is closed.
fences?
But I'm going to be honest. I flew close, not super close. I didn't hear a lot of sound. They could be sleeping. It is the middle of the night. The upper echelons of what I believe this was actually a temple at some point. That's my guess looking at the architecture. They're collapsed or at least damaged. I can't tell. They look blackened and soot covered.
It was burned.
Maybe. Or maybe the dragons attacked it. I don't know. I didn't dare fly too close.
Could you tell if there was any of those Dragonel creatures at all?
No, I did not see any of them there at all. I'm not saying that they
any-
couldn't be there. I just
you
didn't
see any
see
like mechanical?
nothing
things?
mechanical either.
Okay.
Just a lot of tents. And Becklin goes, "So just tents?" Well, yes. I'm like, well. Becklin looks to Cudgel and goes, "I think we've oglered them. I think it's only appropriate." She goes, "Fire?" And Becklin goes, "Fire." What are they going to do? They're not all resistant to it. There's a lot of humans in that army.
I mean, if it seems like a lot of tents, not a lot of people inside the castle. You
I mean, they could be repairing the castle, so everyone. Right,
I didn't hear any repairs, but it's late.
right. They can't stay.
So
Okay.
Well,
I think we
fire
burned
on them, I
it.
guess.
That's my
Yeah.
personal opinion.
Burn the fort. Burn
No,
all the
just the
tents.
pavilion
Just the
area where all the
tents.
tents are.
Burn the pavilion.
just the tents. Yeah,
We
just
just
the tents.
fire.
Oh.
I will fly over it and firebomb it. If, of course, the creature decides to listen to me today. But even if not, we can throw things over the wall and light everything on fire. They're either going to have to go into the structure. More than likely, they can't all fit if they're camping outside, right? Why else would you set tents up outside? And then if they can't fit, we should light it on fire. They'll open the gates and we can trounce them from there, trapping them between fire and the army. Same thing they did to us in Vogler. I think a little vengeance is due. And Cudgel goes, "I am 100% okay with this. We have a decent amount of alchemist fire." And Dalamar goes, "I, for 2 more soldiers, can give you the ability to produce a mass amount of flame. Literally to take the fire you're throwing and exponentially grow it. If one of you would be interested." She goes, "I don't think we need any of our soldiers taken and ill and sleeping or whatever's going to happen." Dalamar goes, "Okay. It would literally cover the entire grounds if you want. 2 more.
Let me ask this. Can we? You guys do the fire first, and if it needs more fire, then can you make that choice?
Well, am I not going with you? I can't really go back up front, give them the ability, and come to you. I would give it to them now, and they would take it with them."
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
I do. I just don't know.
What's
And
2
power.
more resting soldiers?
6 down.
Yeah, out of 100 soldiers. Listen, they're probably not that good, 1. 2, the Minotaurs are going, that makes up for it.
I mean, besides, they'd be back on the ships as well too. We do need somebody to at least watch those.
Let me make this seem less hostile. If my soldiers were as good as they said they were, we would still be in Sylvanesti land. Know what I'm saying?
Insight.
Yes, I.
Yeah, you're
have,
welcome to use insight.
Ear for deceit. So,
Are you being a prick? Is that what you're...
yeah. Check to determine whether a creature is lying.
More just sensing its intent and in motive a little bit? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'll give me a roll. I'm going to roll against you. I'm not telling you what I'm using.
That's
if
fine,
I'm
I
using
won.
deception or if I'm using persuasion or any of that kind of stuff, I'm just going to roll. Do you have any cards you want to use? What are you at?
Well,
Do we have any socials left?
well, last show.
Well, that doesn't mean somebody didn't play one. Nope, no one played one. Would you like to take... Okay, do you have a bond, ideal, or flaw to give you an inspiration to reroll? Or would you like to take inspiration for damage?
Diana, I just played a social reroll.
Okay.
There you go, Diana. You got a social
That's
reason.
Kelly out here to win
you, Kelly.
D&D.
That's right.
I roll it again, Diana.
All right, go ahead and roll another one. Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks,
You're
Kelly.
welcome.
That's
You're welcome, Monday.
worse. That's a 5 on the die.
Oh.
Looks
Okay,
like-
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
It's okay, thank
He's here's the thing. He doesn't seem like he's being deceptive. He seems like he is trying to relate to you, just very poorly doing it. Like, he doesn't care about either army. He just knows that armies do not get the job done. That's the motive you're getting out of this. He's just like, why? They suck every time they go out to war. What is another 2 to make sure that dozens of draconians don't attack your soldiers and you lose more? And they don't die, they just sleep.
Okay, I mean, for me, fine, whatever. I mean, yes, they ruined
know-
Vogler, and I understand that, and I understand the vengeance, yes, but it's up to you to decision. Mine is yes.
Yours is yes for him to use another
More
soldier.
fire, yes.
The fire. No, that's fine. And also, I do. I guess I could say a slight little secret.
You have a
something-
secret?
Well, something special though. A provision that I wanted to bring along just in case. Especially coming up against parts of the Red Dragon Army. We know what we faced before. We've heard reports of what's happened to. And Frankhouse, I would like to jump back for my wedding extravaganza fun, if I can, please.
Hey.
All right, buddy, old pal, old buddy. For those who don't know, we I gave them the ability to flash back in time and use the wedding. Oh, I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed.
See if this works.
All right, Adam. What are you doing to me here, buddy?
So
I'm wearing a wizard hat, but I feel like I should be wearing a I'm fucked hat.
So the person I wanted to talk to,
I have
my flashback, as you say,
Sure, yeah.
is to our little gnome tinkerer.
Oh, fuck. Where are you having this conversation, Adam? At the fort?
So,
It's during the wedding,
so-
right?
Yeah, this is during the wedding.
Oh, okay.
I would invited her up to the top. Of
Next to the
fire.
brazier.
Yeah, up top there.
All right, here, hold on here. Let me just take us to Fort Dyer here. All right, yeah, look at this.
Oh, look at this. We're at the fort.
I really know this is gonna go.
I would
poorly.
invited her up top. And yeah, we would have been talking, and I'd be thanking her definitely for coming. And there's actually a big reason why I asked you if you wanted to come. Are you having a good time, first off? Or are you enjoying yourself?
I don't know, audience. Roll me a d20 on a 10 or higher. It's the time of her life. On a 9 or lower, something bad has happened here, and I will bring it into the scene.
Oh,
Doesn't mean she's mad at you. Just means you're flashing back. I'm also going to play the song How to Impress Girls with the guitar.
they think having fun. Tell me you're having fun. Tell me you're having a good old time.
No, that is a 5,
having
good
fun.
sir.
All right. No. Well,
No.
look, I know that what does bring you excitement. I'm sorry, this isn't your exciting part, but I really want to talk to you because I know of that genius brain.
She's
of
got a
yours.
black eye and missing a tooth.
What happened to your tooth in your? Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
I was trying to fit one of the minotaurs that are missing a leg with a prosthetic leg. but they were
Work.
sleeping, and I think that it didn't work, and their good leg was still good, and it hurt. I'm missing a tooth. I can't see out of this eye.
Oh, I'm sorry. It seems like it's been rough, and I guess this isn't helping seeing everybody all dressed up and having a good time.
Yeah, she turns, and when she turns, like the nice clothes and like the dress that she's wearing with overalls over it is like all bloodied on one side, where you can tell she's like pulled the dress out and like wiped her face. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Look, you know what? I'm gonna cast a little bit of mending on her.
Mending? She's not a robot.
No, I'm mending the rips on her clothes.
Her clothes, everything looks better. She goes, thanks.
You're welcome. Now, actually, I had actually a project.
Can you fix this? I have got clothes that I can fix. And it's just like swelling as you're talking.
Oh, I really can't fix that one. I do apologize, but I do have a project I would like to have you in on.
I'm listening.
Yeah, so as you know, you probably saw when we got back, there was a farm. The whole reason why this wedding is happening is because this farm was destroyed.
Yeah.
There was a giant dragon army creature that was out there, and he was wearing a lot of birding.
Yeah.
Now, I was wondering if perhaps you would be able to make something such as that, or that same type, but able to shift in place. Perhaps if we were able to get our hands on something like that. Or a provision of sorts, if we happen to have, don't know, somewhere in the future, a dragonelle, whatever it might be, get something like that underneath our control. Are you able to make something?
You mean make armor?
No, like large armor for, like, say, a dragon size.
But I made mostly armor that was on the mechanical one. But I've made barding. That's for chumps, and it's just getting worse.
Oh, well, now
she's like blacking and bluing in front of you. If anyone's ever seen that in real life, it is very entertaining. So,
no, if you could do that for me, and then have it ready whenever you can, and I'd be very appreciative.
Well, I have to have the thing to size it. Ooh, I can't. Sorry. And she like spits out a tooth. She's like, I can't just make it. I have to have the thing that it goes to. Like if I was to make armor and they said, make armor, and I made it, and then you showed up, and I'd be like, fuck, that armor doesn't fit him. You know, because you're small like me.
Yeah. All right. So I could give you a guesstimate in size.
No, I can't guess. Is it for a human? Is it for a horse?
No. It'd be for much larger. Like I said, think dragon size.
Yeah, but when was the last time you saw a dragon?
Well, I mean, very close to the giant armor that we sold in town already. That birding from that giant creature.
Yeah, but that was slim and small. That's not what dragons are.
No, I said like dragon-like.
Look, man, we'll have to make measurements. You got to get me something to look at. Like, I can't just I just can't make this out of thin air. I'm sorry.
All right. You know what? If I find something, I'm gonna come back to you, and we'll find measurements for it.
Give me a persuasion at disadvantage. Would you like to use anything?
I mean, we've got no more social reroll.
Mm-hmm. Nessie played one.
Oh, Nessie just played one. Oh, I'll take it, please.
You can always take inspiration for damage during this scene. I'm fine with that.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go with that.
Well. Do the social reroll. I already clicked it.
Social reroll. There we go. All right. That is going to be a 16.
Okay, listen. Between you and me, I've always wanted to make armor for a dragon.
Right.
But the last dragon I found was bones. I have it sized for bones. As in, like, I already made it.
Oh, you already did? Okay.
But I was told it's too heavy for a dragon to fly in.
Oh. You know what? I think that would probably be okay.
You say that, but it's made of adamantine.
No, actually, I think that should be all right. I honestly think that should be okay.
You're talking like you know a dragon. I'm going to use audience with advantage. Please give me a d20 roll, 2d20, exclamation point, 2d20, because she's calling your fucking bluff right now.
No, I just know what's happening.
I do too. Give me advantage. Give me a roll with advantage. For the love of the Tinkerer, give me a roll with advantage, everybody. I want to see if she knows. I do.
I don't know if you do though, Eric.
I do. I know where it's
For
going.
me.
No, I do not think it's for you.
Okay, good.
She goes, you get me a scaly beast. I'll size that armor. Yeah, she's squinting. There's 4 of you. She goes, now I'm going to go find a medic. As her face is like, and swollen. With, she turns around, like, her good side facing you. Yeah. What? You were going to say something else? I can hear you think. Or my headache, one or the other.
No, you're fine. No, good. So we have a deal with that. Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness. Like,
enjoy the wedding. I'm going to go sleep. And she
Sure.
lays down next to the brazier.
Alright,
And
it's
puts
nice
her
and warm.
face against, like, the warmer metal.
There you go. Yeah, you just it kind of pats her.
She's not a medic. She has no skill in it.
Just like you should probably put more ice. That'd be better for it.
What's ice? what?
Something cold.
Oh. Sure. And she starts wandering downstairs to get like a cold drink. With
All
that,
right.
I'll take us back to us being on the boat. Guys,
And you know what? I rolled my S-type crazy treasure dice for that too.
did you really?
I did.
Oh my god.
My S-type crazy stuff. I only roll that dice for it.
Okay, so I got to ask you a question, sir.
All right. Okay.
When we get to that armor being made, you will have the ability to spend S-Tide treasure cards on it to upgrade it.
All right.
All right. So back on the boat, as you like, as you're having the conversation, she walks up to you and she goes, "Remember that conversation we had?" She's still got like a black eye, but it's not. I mean, it's faded some. She's got a gold tooth now that has her initials on it,
Oh, that looks
she-
good. Yeah.
and she's got a perfect
Yes.
like split in her lip. I just rolled. She got a scar.
Is it a sexifying scar?
It's a wound. It's a permanent scar. She's got a trait for scar. I mean, her charisma's like a 12, so I don't think it's really a bonus. And
Okay,
she
I was
goes,
just wondering.
She goes, remember that thing we talked about?
Yeah.
I have it on the boat. On this boat. I told him I brought all this stuff to make a cabin above so I can do crafting. It's not at all what it is. It's the armor.
Good.
Why did I make this stuff?
As a precaution, what I need to have happen, what we can do, is when we all figure out what the game plan is here, I want you to take a boat up to a shore, and I want you to leave that within the trees, and for me to be able to find it. And just
You
set it
want
all
me
out.
to tow a huge amount of armor, non-magical,
Yes.
to the trees
Yes.
myself?
You can have help if you need to. That's totally fine too.
Okay. I'll go talk to the Minotaurs. And she like wanders off. And she goes to the one that now has a mechanical leg, like a nice prosthetic. And you can see them talking, and he looks down, and it looks like he's getting ready to like smack her. And he like puts her hand on her shoulder and is like laughing. And they look like they're friends.
Good.
Camera cuts back to the group. Army starts getting ready as you pull up closer to the shore. It's not shore, the cliffside. Along the side, there is an area for boats to dock. The storm is so heavy, there's a chance that it may have covered your approach. On top of that, Dalamar has made this huge rolling fog to cover the ships coming in.
It's better than my fog.
And he goes, if we're ready, I'll go with you through the cave, whatever that is. The you know what I mean, the cliffside. They can go up this ramp, warning everybody, it is muddy. And Backlund goes, Dalamar, I got it. Just go with them. Oh, yeah, sure. You're short another 10 men. And he, like, walks to the plank and hops off and starts to float across the water towards the climb.
Oh, hey.
Becklin goes, we're going to have to talk about him.
We know. I know.
Do you?
We are finding out his personality as we go.
He wasn't
All right.
like this when we first met him.
No.
Well, you're sure he wasn't? Like, you knew him intimately, really well?
Oh no, I don't want sexy time with him.
That's
No,
not
no,
what
no.
I mean, Valina. Is he trustworthy?
for
Do
me.
you trust him at least? Like, is he mean well?
Does mean well. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take the, what are we at? 80 something troops that we have. If he really did put 4 plus another 14. So 14 are asleep. So I'm going to take the rest of them and we'll head out.
Yeah, take them now before he decides to
Bye,
beg
Lemmy.
forgiveness for something else.
Oh, good night, Lemmy.
Good night,
Good night, Lemmy.
I will say we go there and we see. Oh, goddamn. I will take them. Other troops. I'm going to go check on the 10 and make sure they're good before we head up. You all should get a go before us. It's going to take way less time for us to get to that front gate than it is for you to climb into this place.
Please be safe.
Is Becklin sitting on the nightmare?
Standing next to him.
Next to it, I'll walk up to him and in the pocket be like, "Be careful, my friend." Give him some carrot cake, little scritchies, and walk away.
He eats the carrot cake, and then it like slowly is like you see a spark of smoke and fire glance at Becklin and glance back like you should have carrot cake. That's the look. With that said, the army's going to go to the front. So for the audience,
Right.
I have something fun for you all to see. And I'll show you all as well because it makes sense for you to see it. There is actually maps for the entrance to the camp up front.
Oh, cool.
So this is the camp area. Let me bring it on screen for them. And we have troops. We actually have roles for troops. There are 2 roles we have to make when you do combat using the Matt Colville games for Strongholds and Followers and Kingdoms of Warfare. There's a D20 roll for you to attack a unit. And then after that D20 roll for the attack unit, if you're successful, you have to make another one to make sure you harm them. They do that because there's no hit points for units, and there's just a die counter that goes down. I'm not going to tell you what the unit has for a die. It could be a 4, a 6, an 8, a 10. And every time you do damage, they get knocked down. You have 2 units. Only 1 unit can really fight them at a time, but we're going to be throwing fire in and bombing them and doing some things in advance. So for the audience, I'm going to be having you roll some rolls. It's only going to be D20 rolls. You don't have to worry about really anything else. It's a very simple roll mechanic, but it'll allow us to decide how bad it is for everybody else that's here for this. So let me pull up my Kingdoms and Warfare cheat sheet. Audience, I need you to roll me a D20 roll as they are making their way up this ramp on the side. You can see this base camp that they're going to walk into next to the wall. And this is kind of walled in. We're going to be breaking into this area. So I need D20 roll from the audience. And then let me scroll through this if I can do it. Come on, Craig. By the way, happy birthday, Craig, if you watch this later.
Happy birthday.
And Amir.
Yeah, happy birthday,
and Amir.
Amir.
Birthday! Yep,
Pun
they both
Master
have
General.
birthdays. Yep, Pun Master General himself.
Bringing the what was it? Bringing the thunder
Oh,
and the
God.
lightning.
Now, see, what'd you roll the 20 on? What was the 20 for?
That's the roll I just asked for.
Hell yeah!
So now I need
Hopefully
a
for us.
second D20 roll as they start throwing fire bombs over the wall. It is a crit, which is going to mean that the damage is done is more. There's a second D20 to determine how bad they are wounded. It's power versus their threshold. So give me one more D20. See what you got here as they are firebombing the living bejesus out of these tents. Let's get lit. Finally over 10, Nessie. Hey, sometimes you got to be proud of those digidice. You need one more D20. What do we got here? Oh, Lemmy's still here. Lemon's here.
Lemmy got a 2.
A 2. I will ask you, would you like to take damage and wound the units by 1? If some of the fire falls into the units and someone get wounded, I will remind you that when wounds happen to units, they don't die. They like run, they put themselves out, but they're out of the combat. Only when they really get half of their number, they become demoralized. And when they go down to 0, there's a chance that that unit gets wiped or flees battle. So this isn't really like you're doing damage, it's more about the morality of them. So would you like to take damage for inspiration? I'll just spend a card, they will take a hit. Would the audience like to do that? So you can re-roll that roll. I think it's a smart idea, personally.
I mean, 2's kind of low.
Yeah.
That kind of? There's only one
you know,
number lower.
There's only one number lower, I know. I'm just,
Trying to make them feel better?
yeah.
Thinking a deuce is almost the same as crit failing.
I'm just,
Come on, Lennon. Do you
fluffing
want to
those
roll
dice.
again? We'll use Kyler's inspiration. We'll give you a re-roll. We'll lose 1 wound to our units. Our units for Kalamon are a D8, so they'll go down to 7. They're already demoralized. Don't worry, we don't make that roll until they're at half. When they're at 4, we will make that roll. And our lovely Minotaurs are fine right now.
Bring hands and
Let's
Nessie.
go.
Everyone says yes.
All right, give me another D20
Yeah,
roll.
even Lemmy says, yeah.
do
And
it,
JD.
do it. What?
Do it.
Look,
Go, let me.
look,
You were all doing great.
look. What could be worse, Lemmy?
7 is better.
Unfortunately, the fire hits, and you see the fire start to burst and explode. Everything's going pretty well. The Minotaurs run up to the gate as a group of 3 on each door, and they start shoving as you see the doors buckle and snap open. As they snap open, we go back to our cast climbing. Can I get everyone to give me an athletics check? But first, Diana needs to roll. So Diana, give me your roll and tell me, whoops, wrong one. Tell me what you get. If you're successful, they get advantage. If you fail, they get disadvantage.
Holy shit! We got 20! 25!
Is that the only 20 you've ever rolled?
Oh, wow.
For Felina?
No, but it bodes
This
well
is
for
a
today.
Probably. So,
Not Nova.
not Nova. There's no, well, I mean, it's a D10. So,
It's a D10. There's no funny.
so with that,
Oh,
the
that's
2
true.
of you
Sorry,
get
sorry.
advantage on your roll. If you have disadvantage, it would be a wash. It's athletics as well. You need 18s to climb.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of guidance here.
Yeah, hey man, sometimes you gotta guide your way to victory.
I'm good at a 19.
All right.
I barely squeaked by with a 19.
All right, as you
It's
climb,
windy.
I'm gonna take you to the fort.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got with the advantage. It doesn't matter. It's a 22, 24.
Okay. I'm gonna take you to the fort. Can you please drag all your people to the hole here? As you climb through this crevice, it's weird when you climb through, there are like these hanging red, almost like gelatinous things clinging to the wall as you're climbing through. The water below you washes up high enough to spill into this crevasse that you're climbing through. Stalactites and mites are all over through the ceilings and the floors as you're climbing. And as you get to the entrance to come into this thing, there's this thin red film covering the hole. And inside of it, like when you focus, there are small little black objects moving about inside it on the other side. I need a nature roll from somebody who anyone can roll, but I think S-Tide is probably the best at it.
I got a 13 on the die for a 13.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Oh, I gotta bring Dalamar here. Dalamar,
sorry.
while you guys are doing this, is flying.
Rolled a 3.
15.
15. Dalamar is flying and hovering behind you all. And he has talked during this quietly. He's not being stupid. But he's like, look, I know this climb is hard. I don't have enough spells. If one of you falls, I promise I will catch you. But I can't really assist you in this. And as you're going through, he's like, there's a handhold. There's a handhold. As he's like flying through, hovering next to you in his blue robes. Until you get to this thing and he stops. And you got a 15. It looks kind of like tadpoles. on the
Baby
wall.
draconian.
There's no water though. They're just kind of stuck in this like gelatinous goo stretched across. As that happens, thunder crushes outside and it begins to rain harder. What? Yeah, backseat climbing, 100% start true. What would you all like to do? There's no way through this unless you cut through it.
We are going to have to cut through.
Dalamar goes,
Alrighty.
look, if you want, we can burn it. I wholeheartedly believe that these things should not be here. Tadpoles
agree.
belong in water. This seems unnatural to me, right? And he looks to S-Tide.
Yeah, I've never seen something like this.
Like, would you let these exist if it was anywhere else?
Maybe not. I don't know what they are. I don't even know what
Because
they
you're the
are,
one who
but
said
we
they're
need to do-
tadpoles. Like, he's just conversating with you. He's not calling you
Yeah.
out. He's conversating with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, tadpoles are, I agree with they should be in water and everything, but we have to get in, so regardless, yeah, we have to go through it.
I don't like the fact that we're doing this. For those who haven't seen Dalamar, I will show you what this lovely elf looks like. He's a pretty well like built elf. Like he's a big dude. He's got the blue cape behind him, and he goes, I could freeze it. Could burn it. If you want to take the time, we could cut it.
Whatever we think will be faster. I mean, if we think that's
Magic is always faster.
I mean, it's slimy, sticky. I'm sure you freeze it, could probably break into chunks. Why
That's
not?
going to be loud.
True. Well, if we burn it, who knows if these things are gonna set it on fire.
Can I roll like Arcana to see if I like if this is some weird
Yeah, absolutely.
mystical energy
100%.
nonsense? All right.
Yeah, he
Like,
is like
you're like-
he is 100% like a six foot elf. Not even joking.
Tadpoles. Yep, tadpoles. That's what I got.
I got a 20.
Tadpoles.
I got a Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Let's go. Lord and Savior. What are
Lord
these
Savior,
things?
Michael Jordan.
Can't take you guys out.
No, you can't.
So they look like tadpoles. They are black. They're weird looking. The only thing you've ever heard of is there are certain creatures from other realms, other planes of existence that lay their eggs in this slime-like material to make them fire resistant.
I say that. I'm like, well, if we do this, it might be better to use cold, because there are extraplanar creatures that lay their eggs. I'm assuming those tadpoles to make them resistant to fire.
Really?
I mean, I didn't pay a lot of attention, but I mean, she was hot, so
No.
I paid attention in that class.
Well, then I understand. I would do the same thing. I apologize then. If we can't use fire, what are we doing? As you guys are just hanging, can I have everyone roll me another athletics roll?
Oh, shit.
No advantage
hanging
on this.
around.
Just regular. I'll say it's only a 14. Everyone's got good handholds right now.
Shh, I just rolled a 14.
Okay.
I got a 15.
That looks like Valina's hands are getting tired. Well, the one hand.
No, the one hand is getting
What do
tighter.
you
It's
what do you got there? What did you get on your roll?
13.
Oh, do we have a plus 2?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Do we
Let's
have a-
look for a strength. I don't think there's STR ones, to be honest. Do we just have a plus to a roll?
Or
We have a
maybe
plus 2 to a roll,
take-
though.
Well, let's do a plus 2 to a roll. We'll go all the way back in time. We're going to use Kyler's. There you go.
Thank you.
As your
Thank
hand
you.
slips, he walks over and he like gracefully grabs your hand.
We have so
And
many.
he like pulls up and like puts it back on the rock. He's like, it's okay. And he like floats back.
Dick. Thanks.
Well, he
No,
said
no,
he's playing a
climbing
dude
is
from
different.
Bastard.
Climbing is
No,
different.
I said that.
I know
call
you
him a
did.
dick.
It's okay.
I'm not calling him a dick.
How do you guys want to get through this then?
Need to freeze those things. Whatever you guys think.
I mean, I don't.
I mean,
like,
it's
I'm
already
not-
a storm.
I'm not sure if like they're gonna be fire resistant right now, or if that happens like when they hatch. That's
It's
the
true.
issue.
That's true.
So, I mean, and fire resistant doesn't necessarily mean fire immune.
That's true. Well,
He's like, my fire is very strong. For a little
what's
bit of
fire?
extra energy, I could emulate it. There will be
mean, like-
screaming. Not from you, from them.
that's fine. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Who's getting drained?
No, yeah, none of you. I bring things for that. I'm not going to. We are adventuring together. I said soldiers are worthless, not adventurers. So he goes into his pocket while he's floating. He pulls out a wrapped object. He unwraps it. He crushes it, and you hear like bones crush. And then when he squeezes it, the blood drains out. He drains it into his hand. And as he draws a symbol in the air, it turns this bright blue. And he reaches through it and casts a spell. When he does, this bright blue flame hits it. And I'm talking the entire cavern back lights up.
Oh.
As it
We're
burns and
definitely not stealthy anymore.
it starts to burn down. You hear a echo in the cavern in the next room. I would like to know which side in this room the group is going to climb out into.
Oh, I see.
Probably. I would assume I'd want to go where the stairs are so we can get up there.
Whatever side, left or right, as you come out. There's basically two sides. Or north or south. Sorry, north or south. Left or right for you climbing out.
Yeah, do the stairs. I know there's a
Yeah.
giant ruby thing, but do the stairs.
Well, the stairs are... so you want to go to this side.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
because they're
To the north
that's
side.
right.
So please
East
move
side wants to go to the
everybody
north side.
up onto that. If anyone is going to try to stealth, it is a disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will bring Dalamar over here as well, because I just realized I did not put him on the map for
Let's
us.
go faster.
Must go faster. Let me find our chapter 5.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
That sounds bad, good sir.
I rolled a 20 and a 1.
The dice give and the dice take away.
Oh, dice!
I rolled
How
a 19
dare
as
you?
well.
That
Oh,
is
you know
a
what?
very garbage roll.
That's garbage.
Six.
I gotta.
My-
I never fail. I only succeed.
My lowest is
Oh,
a
you-
17.
Your bullshit power.
Let's go. Okay.
My lowest was a 17 because I took training in stealth so I could keep up with Valina.
Yes. I have a
Uh,
26.
Okay, that gives me an 18.
18.
Yes.
Okay. Are you happy with that?
I really have anything else to. Do we have any more +2s to stealthiness, dex, or?
There's +2 to rolls. Are there some dex +2s which you would want to use? Yeah, I can get us one.
We'll do a dex +2.
All right.
I'll take it up to a 20.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah,
That's with
I mean-
disadvantage?
that's with disadvantage.
Wow, okay. What does everybody else got?
Mine's a 17 with the disadvantage.
Okay.
26.
Are you all happy, or do you all want to take some cards?
I'm happy.
I will take a +2 dex.
Go
from
grab
Tyler.
2 +2. Grab one for him as well.
Okay, so I got a +2 dex, and I got another +2 dex. I'm going to complete those cards.
Sweet.
Okay, one from
They're both-
Servant and one from Kyler.
All right. I was wondering whose
Thank
they
you,
were.
guys.
So let me grab back to the fortress.
I'm
I
at
mean, remember how I
19.
said, like, this guy, like, look, I know I talked like he's going to be like the guy from Bastard, but, like, let's be real for a minute. If you looked like this guy, are you telling me you would not be suave?
Oh yeah, no, he's
Like, look at this man.
Yeah.
Not a man, elf.
He's
Look at this elf.
He's objectively good looking.
He's
Even
objectively
Angel-
good looking.
Even Angel can admit he's objectively good looking.
Right?
Yeah,
So-
Valina would think he's good looking.
He's allowed to style.
Do you think he's good looking?
I think it's a good looking.
So as you all fly, as you all climb up, he goes, stealth. And he just puts invisibility on himself again.
Like, go ahead and go.
With that being invisible, when you climb up to there, in the crates and next to the crates, they're like as you climb up and over, and I'll let you move your squares because you may not want to be exactly where you are right now.
go over here.
No. How about you? Let me just bring them up to the token layer before you decide you're standing there.
What is that?
I was gonna just kind of stay on the
Yeah.
edge
I
here a
know.
little bit.
So, as these little creatures, there's these slimy, like, just jello over top of the ruins that are there, the barrels that are there, and you hear that low, like... There's even like water dripping from the floor or the ceiling above from the floor of the building. Like it's raining outside. This place is not in good repair. Can I get... did anyone get a 22?
I got
She got a
26.
I do not see you.
Okay.
I do not see Dalamar. I see everybody else.
All right.
As it turns and looks, this weird frog-like creature with like not even tadpoles like hooked on it, they are growing out of the slime on him. And there's a bunch of little, but they're like draconic frogs as they climb out. I'm gonna apologize because you guys went right into harm's way, which is okay. And as we're doing that, I'm gonna go back to the top. So for the rest of you who are the lovely army that is up top, as the rain is coming down, the fire goes in. As the fire, you can see it burst, but the rain is so strong it's actually like smoking. They open the gates, and sure enough, all of the tents are ablaze. There is no screaming, but there are tons of burning bodies. As the Minotaurs walk in with Becklin with them, and they start searching, and the soldiers move in and make like a V around them, and they search the bodies. Every Draconian or soldier that is here, the Draconians are either shattered or the soldiers are dead. Becklin looks and goes, "We didn't do this." And one of them is missing like most of its face. Another one is missing an arm. Another one is ripped in half. And downstairs, I would like initiative for the reason as to why they're all dead. So, I'm gonna apologize. I have used one of these in the past. Every time I have used one of these creatures, I have TPK'd a party.
I've got 16.
All right. Oh, so hold on here. Did it not pop you? It didn't pop you.
No.
Let me put all of you. And I'm going to put one of the creatures. Put the big baddie in. And we'll add turns. All right. Add your rolls in. Can I get a D20 from the audience for Dalamar? I feel it's fair. You guys should roll for him. Disadvantage, by the way, for his initiative. So 2D20. I'm taking the lowest for Dalamar. Let me look at the handouts. I feel like I have art for you all to see as well.
Oh.
Put your numbers in. What do we got here? Let's get it ready.
All right, start.
4. Okay, a 4 gives me a 8. He doesn't care. He's like, okay, well that's adorable. I'll take my time. Unfortunately for me, let me roll mine. Woo! That's a lot. That is a lot. Let me grab my number. Creatures. I have a total of a 19. S-Tide. What's your dex bonus?
My dex bonus is a 3.
I unfortunately go before you. Yeah, it's not, actually. It's very bad.
I feel like there's some sarcasm in his voice, but I'm not 100% sure.
You're not, yeah. All right. Unfortunately, I will go first. All the tadpoles that are on like growing out of the ground or all the slime, they all burrow out and they all have like the front legs, but not the back. And there's like the slime dripping off their faces as they lunge at S-Tide. S-Tide. I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack rolls on you because they are not minions. I hit let me get my bonus. I hit an 18. Does that hit?
Yep.
Okay, so 2 hit of those. Next ones. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
So I have 3 hits so far. And then, so it was 4. And the last one, I know that hits its way over. So 4 of the 5 hit you. As the tadpoles all launch at you, why is this big? Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want you all selected. Please go away. I'm going to have them climb over top. As they all are allowed to sit in the same squares as a person, and they do not provoke attacks opportunity as they move. And they all latch onto you, and the creature goes, and you see all these eggs inside of them with tadpoles, and you see them growing out of pores on him and filling sacks as he is making more of them.
Oh no.
Damage for you, good sir. I do a total of, let's see here, 4, 8, 12, 16, 21 points of damage to you as they all latch onto you. As they all latch on and bite, you now have a disadvantage to any form of physical skill. So anything that uses strength, dex, you have a disadvantage on for skills. Not attack rolls, though, just skill checks. With that, the big one's gonna go. It says something in a language to the tadpoles. None of you know what it's saying. You just hear, and as it reaches back, it reaches into like a shadow, looks like in a gel, and it pulls something out. And I am going to cast Razor. My crits are 19s and 20s now. And I get 1 layer action, which I'm going to use multi-attack. I have reach. I'm going to hit S-Tide, swing at S-Tide twice. If I hit with both, I can throw you.
You don't want to do that.
I'm going to spend Takesis points to reroll my second attack.
Yeah, you really don't want to do that.
I have a 17 and a 27.
Oh, both of those hit.
The 27 is a crit.
Oh.
Yeah, the 27 hit.
All right. As you watch in horror as this red frog-like creature grabs him, picks him up in the air, clawing him, like kind of pulling him apart like this. I do 14 points of damage as I claw you. And you now need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
Would you like to take damage for a reroll, or do you have another way to get it?
I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm gonna push through this.
I will let you use that. That is a very good one. I thought you were gonna be like, I have a letter for you.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have a letter from your mother from the extra dimensional plane.
Do we have any +2s?
For just a +2 to a roll? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll get you one from serving hands.
I use that. Takes me to a 17.
All right. Are you happy with that?
Not really, but I don't believe it.
All right. So as you do that, you see eggs fly off of the hand that reach back as he's trying to push eggs into the wounds as he's cutting you. That 20-something points of damage, I now get to try to throw you. I need
try to throw me.
opposed athletics checks. Remember, you are disadvantaged because all of the tadpoles are hanging onto you.
Oh, athletics check. Oh.
Boy, if this is a time for me to roll low, this is it for you.
Yeah, probably
Cross.
That is a big old 12.
Now, even with my +8, I got a 10.
No way.
Okay.
As I go to throw you, you slide off of him and land within 5-foot square of him. I will let you choose the 5-foot square.
From him?
Yep. Tadpoles are still on you, though.
I'll slide off of him here.
Okay. As it turns and like looks behind, like as you fall behind, you see some of the things on his back, the heads turn and look at you. I am done with my action. That takes it to your turn. You are prone.
I'm prone.
What would you like to do?
Gonna save this. Crappy.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. We ain't done yet, boy.
Is this thing wearing anything?
Not a
armor?
thing.
Not a thing. So this thing.
Not just skin and slime, and that's really about it. Ucky creatures.
I landed next to him, right?
Yeah, you're within 5 foot, so you're within touch range or attack range, whatever it is you would like to have.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. I'm not the one getting the crap kicked out of me right now. I will remind you, we do have things like heavy metal scream, shit like that. If you want to look at spending some cards during this fight, there is rules for that in the Roll20 table for everybody. Just so you do have access to them. What's wrong, buddy?
Sorry. There's a spell I wanted to.
There's a spell I'm looking for. Shut up.
No, there's totally a spell.
Don't talk to me about Fight Club.
Okie dokie. All right.
And I want the audience to be able to see how ugly this fucking thing is, and for the players.
So this thing, I say, laying on the ground. Okay. I want to reach into my little pouch, and
Okay.
I pull out a handful of what just looks like iron dust, and I want to slam it on this thing's foot.
Okay.
And I want to cast Reduce Person.
I don't like this.
Oh,
As this happens, and you are doing it, I need to know my saving.
If it's unwilling, it can make a
It is
Constitution
not
saving.
willing. Who wants to be
Okay.
small when you're this large? So he's not willing. He is large. Here's the best part. What is my roll?
The Constitution saving throw.
Because this is pivotal, audience, I will let you roll it, but I roll with advantage because I'm special. Can the audience please give me exclamation point 2d20? While that's going on, we'll go to the next person. We'll see if he shrinks. Adriel, this thing has just ripped through S-Tide.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't want to be near it. If I move, am I going to trigger an attack
You'll
opportunity?
trigger attack opportunities unless you just leave.
No. So I think instead, because there's all these guys, right?
The tadpoles are technically on him. I just got to move them over. They're
Right,
latched onto him.
in a 14.
Yeah.
I guess so. I'm gonna since this is dumb, but since damage hasn't been done to these things yet, and I'm not sure if they're fire resistant or if they're immune.
instead?
I'm-
Can I have lemons?
Sorry, Kelly. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to cast Fireball with Wild Magic. I'm casting it on us, and I'm using a meta magic point called Careful Spell, so that so me, S-Tide, Velina, and Dalamar automatically make the save for Fireball.
I'm sorry. What?
Yes. Yeah.
I took, with my Meta Magic Adept, I can change my stuff every single time I get an ASI. So I swapped out Maximize or Empower for Careful Spell.
I do not like that.
That's bad.
Yeah.
don't like
Let's
that.
go. Mine didn't work. Kelly, you do your thing.
Oh my god.
All right.
Wow.
So,
So let me just double check. Let me take a look at Fireball, because
I made the save. I do not reduce. As you touch it and you cast the spell, you feel as if your spell, not only does it fizzle, it doesn't even seem to notice. There is something off about touching it and the spell that you casted, almost like it just got nullified.
150 feet. That is dexterity saving throw. What is actual radius? Okay, so I need a 20-foot radius.
Bye, Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac.
Good night, Isaac.
I just want to point out while you're doing the math in the background. First off, when I ran my show last Wednesday for Valiant Soil, Gata rolled 2 1s at a pivotal moment. It's one of the only times in history I think I've seen 2 1s rolled on a live show, and yet here we go. Our audience rolled them as well, within less than 7 days of each other. I'm just saying, super rare to see that. Super rare to see that.
Okay, so the downside, Aldern, is that you're going to take half, like all of us who are in the radius are going to take half, but I don't know if it's worth it to burn those tadpoles off of you.
Just do it.
Like, cauterize it.
I mean, you don't know. He looks pretty beat up.
Yeah, I don't know. But this is just me trying to stop the situation as quickly as possible. All right, but I am using a wild magic card
Okay.
from Moxie from 118 days ago.
You don't have to give us the days. It don't matter. You don't have to do that.
So let me do this real quick.
So what wild magic for you? Not your card, just actual wild magic.
This actual wild magic, yes.
Okay, audience, I need you to roll me D100. And then I need the player to roll me a D20.
Okay, hold on.
Shrink 'em, shrink 'em, shrink 'em.
I got a 19. 6.
Okay.
Well, honey.
Hi,
honey,
man.
audience.
Let's see what the audience gets. Pulling up the wild magic table.
47.
7.
All right.
Shrink 'em, shrink 'em, shrink 'em.
This one.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That's okay.
That looks like the wrong one.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a cat.
I know. I just said hi back though.
Riley,
right.
everyone says hi.
1 D100 was a 47.
Seven.
I can't tell he's
wrong?
covering his eyes.
Kelly, what did you get?
Shrunk.
I got 19. And my save is a dexterity saving throw of 16.
Okay. A unicorn controlled by the DM appears into space within 5 foot of you, then disappears 1 minute later. Now, I would like to argue to say that this obviously is Becklin in the Nightmare.
Yes!
I'm 110% down for it.
Please.
The D20 was for you. The next spell that you cast, you do not expend your spell slot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you feel overcharged.
Overcharged.
Yep. Let me go find fucking Becklin in a Nightmare.
Thanks, Chad.
Fucking appears.
I was not expecting that. It's great. It's great. It's wonderful. Don't worry about it. It's great.
Better than him being shrunk. That's great.
Well, it's fine.
Appears. What the
So, like, here's the thing. So, if they make their save and they're resistant, I really didn't do a lot of damage. But also, we have Becklin in a Nightmare. So,
Yeah.
like,
Really
really,
so pissed
there's
at
no
us.
downside, honestly.
For who? You?
Oh my god, I want a unicorn.
I'm working on the roll 20. While I'm getting those things together, it appears next to you. So we got Becklin, and we have a Nightmare. It's taking forever. It's taking so long to load the tokens because this page has got like fucking 300 tokens on it. So while it is loading the tokens for me to bring over, what did you do damage wise for your spell?
So, my damage was 36 points.
Okay, and what's my save?
I take
16,
I'm gonna roll.
half, right?
and you take half, yeah.
I take no damage. Oh, I gotta roll for the tadpoles though. Ooh, but the tadpoles do take damage.
Okay.
Okay.
We all roll, Kelly?
You guys, so anyone that I declared does not have to roll, they automatically succeed.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's awesome. I mean, I think the tadpole. I'm looking at the tadpoles right now. All of the tadpoles are dead that are on him.
Okay.
So if they burst into flame, they
So
explode, they pop, and unfortunately, because they were grappling you, you have to make me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
I'm sorry, man. I was trying to get him off of you, though.
You did. You burned him up. It's just not great.
Oh.
Not gonna make it.
What's the first? Okay, now roll another one.
At disadvantage. Nope.
Now make another one.
15.
Now make another one.
Another 15.
Okay, so 3 of them explode. You get the other ones off as they're blowing up. When they explode, you are covered in a burning slime that makes this noxious gas. And fortunately, you don't feel the best. You immediately feel sick, like when you get off like a tilt-a-whirl and you were on it for maybe too many rounds.
Oh no.
I've done that.
Okay. You're definitely nauseous and something is wrong. That takes us from them to, I think, Valina, unless Adriel is going to move it all.
Yeah, I don't think so, because if I move, I'm gonna provoke, right?
You would provoke. Yes, if you were
Yeah,
going to
okay.
move, you would provoke. I just wanted to give you the option in case. So no movement from you? Now, if you risk it, that would take more than likely take the chance of it doing attack opportunity on anybody else. Unless
You
it
know
has
what?
multiple, there are some creatures do. You don't know
I
until
know,
you try.
I know. Because of what I want to do next round, I will provoke.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go like here.
All right.
maybe
Running
again
towards.
here.
Okay.
So here, so do the attack.
I will. And I'm also going to put Backlund appeared next to you.
Yeah.
Backland's like, what the fuck? And then I need my nightmare. Because why? What is a unicorn when you could just have a nightmare?
A nightmare. Just fuck it.
I'll make my attack on you as you go by. 18.
No.
Okay.
I as I run past, I pull up my shield and just go.
So it rakes across, leaving that gel on it, like smears it as you slide by towards the stairs. That would take us to Valina. Valina has not seen you in all of the chaos and pandemonium. It does not know what is going on. It does not know where you are. What do you want to do? It is not flanked technically. Oh no! Did you get up? Did you get?
I'm by.
No.
No, I was on the ground.
Then
when I hit, but-
she's not flanked, but you are hidden. So if you at least will get it for this attack.
Okay. Do I have any cards to give me my scales cards to up my AC?
You sure do.
May I please use one of them
All right.
just in case?
Yup. So scale. Tharkesis. Tharkesis, you want the one that just does the scales, not the breath weapon, right?
Right, not breath weapon yet.
So the blue one. All right, so we're going to spend a blue one for you. We'll use Kyler's. Okay.
Thank you, Kyler.
Ready to go.
Okay.
And now give me your roll to hit with advantage because
Now-
it doesn't know you're there.
I'm going to use the pike.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit with
Okay.
advantage. It doesn't know you're there.
Okay.
Alright.
Not great.
Second roll is a 5.
Wow.
Doing great.
You're
Would
like, I don't do
you
math.
Like to
Technically, you
take
don't hit
inspiration for damage, or do you have a bond, ideal, or flaw to let you have inspiration to reroll?
I'm going to use it towards seeing S-Tide. I'm always calm no matter what the situation. I never raise my voice or let my emotions.
All right, I'll give you it. You get to use that once. Go ahead.
Okay. That's a 5.
Wow.
5.
We rolled advantage, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
you get
advantage?
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 7.
What's the total? What's the total with your pike? Because your pike is really good.
7 plus 8.
15.
Okay, you have not used a green card yet. Would you like a plus
Can I
2
use a
to
green?
hit?
Yes, please.
All right. So to roll, we're gonna use a plus 2. We use one for Nessie today.
Thank you, Nessie.
What's that give you now?
What did I say?
17? 17 total? Because you said 15.
I rolled a 7 plus my 8.
And I know it's a new weapon.
17.
For you. Okay.
17.
Do you have anything else? Do you have all your magical bonuses and everything from your pike? Because remember, I did add them in there for you. All right. 17. 17 is enough to hit me. On top of that, when it pierces through it, you need to roll me your first wisdom saving throw to see if your faith is strong enough for the lance not to shatter as you strike something that is draconic blood.
Oh. Okay, so I'm rolling wisdom right now for you?
Yep. You still get through your damage, everything, but there's a chance the pike breaks in your first use.
Oh,
Suck.
okay.
Wisdom.
You want to take some damage?
You should take some damage, Diana.
You sure can. I will happily.
Take some damage.
Well, you. Unfortunately,
Sorry.
you already used a green card this round.
Okay.
Do you have another ideal bond or flaw?
Let me look here.
As it hits, you feel it start to bend, and not in a good way.
Broke my code as Islamic knight. Now Lord Soft does everything they can to hire me. It's hard to say no.
No, you changed that one. Remember?
What did I change?
You changed it to being a knight.
It's
It's not the soft one anymore. He's like, I'd like to change it because I'm becoming a knight. And I said, that's fine. So if you want to say you're not breaking your vow as a knight, I will definitely let you have a reroll, 100%. Because you changed it. We already had this discussion in our private chat. You just didn't change it on your character sheet. You changed it to not be towards the soft, to be towards being a knight. Like, I want to be a knight again.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, because that would be like a heroic thing of using this pipe right now.
I'm fine with that.
let's
Let's
turn that
just
one
hope you
around.
don't. I
Please.
hope it's another like. Can I get a
Please.
double ones?
No.
No.
Stop. You already got your double ones. 9. It's a 9 on the die.
Plus your wisdom.
That's 10.
It is a 10 not to break the lance on your first use.
Oh my god! How am I that lucky? My kid. Okay.
Well,
The next time you use your lance, it's a 12. The next time is a 14. After that, you are considered faithful.
Okay.
Write that down. DC 12, DC 14 for the next one you use it. Not now, you're using it for this combat, you do it again, that's another check. You do it again, it's another check. But after that, you never have to make it again unless you do something to break your code as a knight.
Okay.
It is draconic, so you get all your extra damage.
Plus your sneak attack.
Plus your sneak
Yeah.
attack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
crazy
let's roll the
shit.
pike first. Pike is 1d10 plus.
Now, I would like to offer something. We do have assassination cards, and we may have a crit card. We do have a DL crit card for the show in purple, and you've not used a purple card yet.
That purple card.
Do you want a crit,
This thing needs-
or do you want assassination where I make a roll where it just...
I'm almost thinking crit because we
I
don't know
would
how
crit
good it
that
is.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then that's gonna max your entire first set of dice.
All right, serving hands. We're using your crit for the chance to
what's all
end
the damage
this.
that you do?
Can hear you.
What's all the damage you do with your pike?
While they
So
are
that'd be
doing
a
this,
total-
do your math in the background.
Put us on mute.
No. Watch. What? Ready? Boop. While this is going on, as we go back to the front, Becklin vanishes. The Minotaurs look at each other. The soldiers look at each other and like, what is going on? There must be magic here for her just to vanish. What do we do? And Cudgel walks up and goes, it's very easy. We fucking storm that. As the Minotaurs get down and ram the front doors to get into this place, as the soldiers spread out and start searching everything, I need an attack roll from the audience for the soldiers to break the door into the Sunward Keep. So give me a d20 roll for the audience. For Kefkin and her soldiers, they're actually very good at this. They are a seasoned heavy infantry. So they have a really good, decent attack, really good power to break stuff. And also they survived one war, so technically they've upgraded one. So give me a d20 roll. Let's see what we have. Let's see if we can break in and make our way down to this fight before things get ugly. I see 1d20, a 13. They hit the door. I need one more for the power check. So give me one more JD for your power check. Because you need a 1 in front of it. A D20 doesn't work. It has to have the 1. Unfortunately. Come on. Let's see what you get. 1D20. 1D20. Audience. Star Drew's got it. Star Drew's rolling that second one. A 14. So with our, because I have a card for them, with our +2 and our +7, they hit the door. They shatter the door open. When they do, they encounter the first group of 20 Draconians. When they flow into them, our damage is 6 base. We plow through, doing 2 wounds to a D4 unit, taking half of them down. The soldiers now wash in. Can you roll me exclamation point 2D20 and make this much easier? As the soldiers go in and start laying waste to the Draconian unit as well with our veteran Minotaurs. Kefkin hits one against the wall, splitting the way, and like a funnel, almost like water through a straw, the soldiers come in through the middle of the units of Minotaur and start plowing through the Draconians. An 8 and a 9, or is that a 3? A 3! They hit and they clash against the Draconians as they start to explode. Combat continues. I'm going to take us back to our group. You got your math ready back there? All right.
Thank you, Adam.
As we get to the math, I'm worried I'm dead from the little bit I heard in the background while I was doing this. What is your here, hold on. I feel like Diana deserves a little one-on-one time here.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Boop, boop.
Oh my god, even after all
Boop. Okay, Diana, we got you on. Talk for me so I can make sure they can hear you. Can everybody hear her? I'm going to take it off here. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this again. There we go. Now we're good. Yep, we got you. So, Diana, me and you.
Yes.
You rolled like 30 points, right?
Way more than that. Belina's knighthood is coming back, bitches. So let's do this.
Did you roll like 50 points?
Way more than that.
I unmuted her. She's fine now. She should be. Yeah. Can you hear her? You can hear her, right?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, your mic is popping. I can see it. Did you roll 60 points?
More than that.
70?
More.
How many points did you? Because now I'm worried.
102.
Cool. Cool. That's a lot of damage. That's not Ogre Force damage, but that's...
It's not Nova damage, but it's
So,
Belina damage.
Adam and Kelly did a lot of damage.
so I need to check
My friend.
something in the back end here for myself.
No, that's fine. I was upset about my friend going down, and then I saw in the glimpse of in the glimpse corner, I saw Becklin with the warhorse and wanted to show her that I am here and I am a knight again. That's like
Wow.
Belina's like
That's insane.
vision.
So as you strike, unfortunately, because this is considered a character, you have a chance to do a wound to this person because it's way more damage than it can probably absorb here. So let me pull up our journal entry here and let me pull up our notes for doing crits, rules, and wound table. I'm a little worried here. You hit it. It's a dragon, which means that you get a +2 to this roll. Give me a D20 roll, and we'll determine what type of wound I'm taking. I failed my save.
That's 2.
6. Wow, this die. What is going on?
I don't know. You know, if you had a Thontu dice, this wouldn't be a problem. Impressive wound. You survive. They say they survive their ordeal. The wound cause can heal. Impressive display of your might. I have advantage on my charisma checks when interacting with other people, giving me of my own or evil alignment or good. I have advantage from the scar that you give me. So as you run it through and pull it, like, it literally feels like a knife through butter. with this pike. It goes through and it goes from the chest and rips out through the collarbone and taking half of its face.
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Oh. Think about bonus action.
Now that I'm alive, you hit me, I know you're there. I was turning and looking, like getting ready to attack, and you yell at it as it turns around, you strike through him. Do you have another attack?
I'm looking to see if I have
I don't know if you have extra attack yet as a rogue.
Turn. Well, I do have my Knight of the Sword. It says once per turn, I can demoralize strike.
What does that do?
Let's see. Demoralize. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack roll, you can attempt to frighten the target. The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm rolling this at disadvantage. You basically just cut me in half.
8, so 12, 13.
13?
13.
Fuck this. Okay, I'm scared. I was super excited about this creature, and now when you cut it through, it turns around and sees like the glowing dragon pike, and it's like, oh shit. I'm demoralized. I am still standing, not by a lot. That takes us to Dalamar, unless you have any other actions you want to do. You want to use your bonus action for anything? You have all those cool things you can do as a rogue for your bonus action.
Let me see. Mobility.
I guess like disengage, dash.
Yeah, you can essentially just like
Re-stealth?
You know what? Can I re-stealth?
Sure. Right in front of it, I'm giving you disadvantage, but absolutely.
That's fine. I'll roll.
It's scared.
That's a 13 and a 13. I got double 13.
So what's your total?
That's 13. So that is 13 plus 14. 27.
Dude, what the fuck? What's my bonus? What's my perception? A 1? Probably because half my face is fucking missing. As you lance it through and you hit it, and like you know the blood spray's hitting, and as that happens, you duck back down and slide behind the box, and it looks and you're fucking gone. If it wasn't scared before, it is scared now. I'm gonna take us back to the crew.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was cool.
Like, what's going on, guys?
Right.
So, that sucked. I hate that.
That was insane.
Let me bring her back on so I can turn off this source so we don't have duplicates. With that, Dalamar sees what happened. He goes, I told you you're not a soldier. And he turns his back to the group. Across the way, his stuff starts crawling out of the pit on the opposite side.
Right here.
He draws another huge symbol, pulls a thread from his like cloak, like the end of it, and puts it through it. And you see these metal spines shoot out, hitting that crystal as fire and electricity goes down it, and there's just an explosion of light on the other side. I am decimating whatever this thing is, because there are creatures crawling out of the ravine.
Oh.
I am going to zoom out so the audience can see what I just cast it at, as he blows up this piece across the way. As that happens, there is a roar from the corner of the room. On this side, to the left, southwest.
Okay.
That takes us back to the top of the round. I am alive, but I think S-Tide, I go before you.
Yeah.
While I would love to attack the person with the dragon pike, they Batmaned, and I have no idea where the fuck they are. So, since they Batmaned, I am going to... Sorry, S-Tide. I think I meant to hit you. Let me get rid of the tadpoles that she blew up. I'm going to move you for a
Covered in their
second.
Dead bodies. I'm
Yep.
not covered in fire. I look dead. I'm just laying there like, well.
You are hurting. He turns around and sees you. And you see like half of him is falling onto the skin. And like one of the little tadpoles is eating half of his face that fell off. As he raises both of his claws. And you see wounds start to seal on him. So I am going to go. You did 102, right?
Yes. Oh, wait. We added extra to that, didn't we?
No, I didn't add anything extra.
No.
Just kidding. 102.
102.
Okay. As wounds heal on him and start to seal up and like the gel pulls together, he's going to multi-attack you. I am going to... I'm just going to get rid of the tadpoles because they're...
That's fine.
I know you are. I know. I'm really excited about this. What could go wrong, good sir? What could go wrong? I'm going to start with the 2 claws at advantage. A 14 and a 16.
14 misses 16. No. I mean, I'm prone. That's my...
No, it's not. It's just advantage.
Disadvantage.
The 16 hits.
Okay. Would you like to use any cards? Do you have anything that can help you? I don't see anything I know of. No retainers are with you.
Backlund.
Backlund is here. But she's not anyone's retainer, actually. I don't see anything that you can do. You could do a raised DC. Well, it's not DC, it's AC.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. I think you're SOL on this one, buddy.
Yep.
I didn't crit you, though. The second attack, I missed with both. So I can't throw you. But because I get to do all my attacks, I get to bite you.
Oh.
I don't hit with my bite unless a 15 will hit you. I only get you the claw. But I do... It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I do a whole 7 points of damage. Are you still
Oh
up?
my god, that was... No.
Do you take a wound? So you're okay. He doesn't get up as I hit him once, hit him twice, and go to bite. He just collapses and I miss the snap. I need you to start making your death saves. Remember, if you do...
No,
No, he's got one hit point.
You got 1 hit point? Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I thought you had... I saw a 7.
So you're not dead. But you, the last hit, you're going to have to make some wound rolls. Because you're probably going to take some wounds. I hit you really hard last time. Were any... you're past your half hit points, right?
Yeah.
And then... I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, I think is what it is for wounds. Hold on, let me pull it up. It is... Con save, yep.
21.
You don't take a wound from all that damage you took unless you go negative, then you'll have to make a roll. I can't believe you're not down. I can't. I thought for sure I trounced you. But that's okay.
I thought for sure you got me too.
That's okay. Well, it's okay. I got more. From the other side, out of the shadows, another creature starts moving forward. I will find art for it. I want to add him to the chart. And then that will take us to S-Tide at 1 hit point. What would you like to do?
How big is this cavern? Pretty big.
I mean, it kind of domes to like 20 foot at the top.
20 feet?
Yeah, with like stalactites and mites all over the place on the ground and the ceiling. It looks like this used to have 2 stairs that went up, but one shattered, the one right next to you. And that area is like half collapsed in. The other stairs do go up, though. And it looks like there was probably, like, these are carved out, like they carved their way down and put stairs in places, all naturally hewn stone. This is not part of the building. They dug in here. Maybe, like, to expand or something.
Okay. S-Tide's not feeling good, Frankhouse.
Uh-huh.
Feeling really, really terrible. So, as he's like just laying there, feeling about ready to pass out, he reaches into like his little pouch, pulls out what looks like this little, almost looks like a pea pod,
Okay.
and he just shoves it in his mouth. And
Are you you're doing these actions next to the creature who hasn't had its attack opportunity yet?
yeah, it's the only thing I got.
Would you like to make an acrobatics check to roll out of harm's way and then do it?
I do want to try to roll out
Let's
of the way.
let's get out of the way first.
Yep.
DC's a little higher, but we'll see what you can do.
That acrobatics to roll away, right?
Yeah.
So in 5th edition, you do not provoke an opportunity attack when casting in melee.
He's not casting. He's using an object.
Oh, okay.
On the ground. Is it a spell?
It is a spell.
You motherfucker. Fine. Fine.
I mean,
No, I see how cheesy you are.
Right.
Using the rules to advantage.
As I eat it, you see his eyes open and they go almost slitting.
Mm-hmm.
Like they start to slit, and then you see bumps start to form over his body. You see his body start to convulse as well too, as his arm pops out of place, as he starts getting bigger. Like he starts getting big. You hear this snapping as his mouth just like bursts open, and his like skin, almost kind of like when we saw the badger, but the mouth continues getting bigger as well too. His arms stay roughly about the same size, but his legs start to pop as well too, as you see this like black swivelly thing shoot out of his ass.
I don't like
as
this.
You hear thunder from the outside, and from that crevice you see some lightning go off as you're looking in the eyes as he turns and looks at this creature. Now this is in Aldrin's mind on what he thinks he could do to become a dragon. But he doesn't do that. He instead becomes a T-Rex.
I'm sorry, what?
Half polymorph.
Yeah, boy is a T-Rex.
Fuck. Okay, I didn't know you could do this.
Oh my god!
I see you. I'm worried now. 100% worried now. Because T-Rex is great. I will go get you a T-Rex token.
But do you get hit points back?
You do. I completely take over.
Do you have any other
wow.
actions, T-Rex?
That is
Start playing
no,
music.
that is my action. Actually, I will.
That's my bonus
Because
action.
technically I was prone,
crash
like I
around.
go up to where I can like be standing, I guess. With.
And are you large now?
Technically, I'm huge.
Do you use their stats?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. I hate this. I'm going to say any player can control this thing.
He's back, baby!
Here we go. And I'm going to say, S-Tide, you have the ability to control this. So let me put you in control. You didn't tell me you could do this. I didn't have this prepared, by the way.
I figured it out.
I can't control it yet.
There you go. And you should have a sheet for the T-Rex as well.
I got one. I got one.
No. You should have one in Roll20 now.
Oh.
If you need it. Well, that's great. Do you have any actions left? Because this is ridiculous.
No. Like I cast my
Awesome. Feel much better. Adriel, what are you doing? Across the bridge, you see this creature with the staff walk out. As there's an explosion of light, you can see it shed on this green, gnarled-looking frog-like creature with like long tendrils, almost like a mustache off of it, carrying this red, like gem at the top of a staff.
Yeah, okay. I was doing this. I'm gonna...
And it's all
almost.
spiny.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move over this way.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's not gonna be nearly as metal as what just happened over here. But, as
No.
I go, as I look over there, my eyes flare in the dimness or whatever of this area. The cloak snaps out, like flares out, and then all of a sudden, like necrotic energy starts flowing from beneath the cloak as I use my level 4 unlock and cast Finger of Death.
What's that? I don't know what that is. What's that?
Yes!
Do tell.
So
Finger of Death, 60-foot range, a creature that you can see within range, instantaneous. So negative energy courses from my cloak, skips across the chasm, and courses through the creature that I can see within range, causing it searing pain. You must make a Constitution saving throw. I'm assuming it's based off of mine, so that'd be a 16.
Correct.
Okay.
And you're doing it to the new thing that just showed up?
The new thing that just showed up. The newest challenger.
He should have just stayed home. Literally should have just stayed home. Like, I feel like this is the worst idea that he could have had. All right.
Wow.
Well, I get... It's what type of save? Constitution?
It's Constitution.
Well, I do get bonuses.
Okay.
We're gonna roll. Would you like to add any cards or anything before I say what I got?
Yeah, let me just get my dice.
Would you like a +1 to the DC for green? That probably makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna raise the DC by 1 from Sandberg. Thank you. Anything else you would like to use? Would you like to use heavy metal to go with? For the purple. If you do not remember what heavy metal does, it is a scream that happens, which makes sense. It could be a screaming skull, it could be whatever you want. We have the rules, the new notes in here. Wail of the Banshees, what happens. When you cast this, creatures within 30 feet of you that can see make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You may use your reaction, expend one of your bardic inspirations, so basically you get 1 inspiration die for this moment, to let out a high-pitched scream of pure metal power. On hostile creatures within 30 foot of you, they must make a wisdom save DC 10 plus your charisma modifier, plus your bardic inspiration die roll, which will be equivalent to your level, or be frightened. Additionally, any creature within 15 feet of you who fails their roll takes thunder damage.
No, I'm gonna say no, because there's no one within 15 feet of me.
Okay, just making sure. Any other? Then is there any other cards you would like to use?
But
I don't know.
what I think I'm going to do...
Terrific heal.
No, well, actually, this is the cloak's letting me cast the spell.
Correct.
So I'm wondering if I can use my Namajor Bloodline power to just tack on some extra dice.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Which, go ahead and use that. You know how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
And would you like to spend any cards to do extra damage dice? Would you like to use a call on retainer die? Is it blue or green for your Namajor one?
Oh, I was talking about my actual Bloodline, not even cards.
Would you like to use a blue card to add an extra D6? Might as well.
Yeah.
All right. While you are rolling this, I made my saves. You added a DC of +1 to it. What does that give me? I got a 16.
17.
Oh,
Okay, and then I was gonna spend...
Metal as fuck.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna
I'm so
that.
worried. I know how much damage this is gonna do. I might get
You know what?
incinerated
I'll
in
spend-
one blast.
I'll spend 3, because I want to keep 3 in the tank.
Okay, this is your
Oh, no.
recovery dice. So we're doing the TPK
Yes.
games things where you add recovery dice to
Yes.
do stuff.
Yes.
Cool. Good
Okay.
story, bro.
Another 7. You know what? Go big or go home. I'm spending 1 more.
I'm gonna reboot our music so I can change the song.
95.
All the dice. That's right, Sandberg. All of
97
them.
points of necrotic damage.
Oh, it's as much as me.
As the cloak, like the energy just like zaps out, and I think for a second, like you see like a different version of Adriel where she
Oh,
got the black robes,
yeah.
and then it snaps back.
That
Into red robes.
So much damage.
Holy shit.
That's including the extra D6 too, right?
Oh, no. So I say 97?
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be 102.
Yeah!
Damn.
You guys just match damage.
It's meant to be, baby!
Holy shit.
We're impressing each other.
Welcome to where battle hoes just do the same damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. Corner of
Wow.
102 and get fucked drive. So I'm standing, but you get to do a wound possibly,
Wow.
so I'm gonna roll my save. I fucking failed my fucking save for my wound. Can you please give me a D20 for a roll for the wound that I just took?
Okay. I got an 18 on the die.
You blow a hole through his eye. He has a disadvantage on all range attack rolls.
Nice.
If I lose both my eyes, I'm blinded. So as the necromantic energy hits, you see it explode out and burn all of it and like rot down to the skull on this frog-like creature. As it like leans on the staff heavily, still alive, it looks up. Yes.
One question.
No.
So the Finger of Death was basically a spell, right? Like me casting it, but the cloak let me do it?
Yeah, it's your action though.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to do Quicken Mana Magic and cast Eldritch Blast.
No, you. Come back.
Give me your attack roll, please.
Wow.
Okay. Excuse me, sorry.
Holy
I'm gonna
crap.
need another beer.
It's gonna be a plus 8.
You poke their eye
Okay,
out.
so that
This guy's
one
not gonna
was
get to
a
go.
24 to hit.
Becklin's not giving
Yeah, that hits me.
Or
Okay.
Dalamar.
This isn't nearly as impressive, but you know, every little bit helps, right?
Your Eldritch Blast is very
No,
What
that's
do you
when I
does some
crit.
serious
That's when I
damage,
crit.
though, still.
Okay, so that is 13 points of force, and then I get to roll again.
To hit me twice, okay.
Yes.
Two
So
pew-pews.
13.
I hate this.
Um,
I really hate this.
that.
I really hate this.
You know what?
Jordan?
No. I'm going to.
Break while
Do-
GM gets whiskey. Yes, right,
No,
Nessie?
I'm going to use my bond because I updated it slightly. I will face any challenge to keep my red robes after I just saw that
Oh,
vision of
I
me
like
being a
that.
black
Like it.
robe.
Smart.
Yes.
That is
So,
tricky,
that-
but I enjoy it.
I like
Like it.
that.
That's
I'm-
cool.
Yeah.
Red robes, baby. That was a 19, so not a crit.
Nobody hits me.
As a 27.
Hits me. This is like a major NPC, I want to tell everybody. Like, this is like a major
That is another
boss battle.
13 points of damage.
26, baby.
So 6 more points of force damage. And
So
the
how many in
102.
total? How many?
So let's see, that was 102
102.
and then 26.
26 more?
Yes.
I would love to say that I'm still standing, but I am in -1, so that would be a 0. Is it? You hit him once, and he goes to stand up, and the doom doom. 2 more blasts hit him as he falls to the ground and hits. He starts to like shake and convulse on the ground, and there is a large explosion. As a puddle of acid splashes out in a 20-foot radius from him.
I'm so glad I'm over here.
Yeah, right?
And starts to
all over the
melt the
bridge.
clean the natural stone here. And left behind there's this sign, like as the camera moves up, there's this little thing of like a light on a gem laying on the ground where its head was.
That gem.
That brings us back to hopefully me doing anything, and then I realize
It's Becklin.
Becklin's next.
Yeah, Becklin. Yeah. Becklin. Let's go.
My other knight in
I-
shining armor. Let's
I-
fucking go.
I
And
hate
unicorn.
my life.
Unicorn. Nightmare unicorn.
Yeah, in unicorn. She's on the horse. She taps the nightmare. The nightmare looks at her. She's like, "Come on, not now." I roll with disadvantage, but I got enough to get her to do what you want. She follows the charge, but she's like hits. It jumps and like hovers. Sees there's a T-Rex and realizes she's gonna go this way. Has no idea what the fuck just happened there. As she runs by and swings with her shield in front of her over the top of it, I'm going to roll to hit, and I do hit. She cleaves it once, and on the way back, she stabs it in the gut and pulls it out as she rides by, doing 27 points of damage as she rides around the corner, around a creature, and lines back up for another charge.
Hell yeah.
With that, I am still standing.
Well, we're doing our best.
Yeah.
But I am teetering right now. It is coming apart at the gooey seams. That takes us to Valena in the shadows.
Blinking with a
We're
T-Rex.
still hiding.
Blinking with a T-Rex.
Alright. So I
Does
rolled-
anyone ever feel like they're running a game and the only people playing all do more damage than your monsters? I feel like that right now. I'm going to be spending some Takesis points is what's going to happen.
Yeah, I saw that coming, but...
All right, what you got for me, Valena, is you see her ride by. You can use her moving by as like your stealthy moving. As the nightmare goes by, you and the nightmare make eye contact. As you're moving in, as it loops around, and then there's a big shadow in the room because there's a fucking T-Rex in the room now.
Okay.
Like,
so to
you know
use
how I
my-
have screen swipes and like stingers? Your stinger transition was a nightmare, and now there's a T-Rex.
I love it. It's so dynamic.
Yeah. It's great.
It's very grand.
Give me your roll to hit, and let's see how this ends my life.
But I need to roll again the pike.
You
Make
do?
sure it doesn't
You
break?
need a
Yes.
wisdom save. It is
DC
a
12.
12.
Yeah, I wrote it down. 15.
All right, it doesn't
Yes!
break as you pull it back out and
So
lance
next
into
one
it.
is a
What do you got to hit?
All right, let's see what if I... 8 plus 7.
15.
15. Do we have a plus?
We have a plenty of cards. What would you like? A +2 to your roll?
Yeah.
All right, we'll use a +2 to your roll. Adding that in now for you. +2 to your roll from Nessie.
Thank you, Nessie.
Give me your damage here. You get sneak attack again, by the way, because I have no idea you were there because you hit again because you're in night bat.
So 1d10.
No, his clothes get absorbed, serving hands. Nice try. They shift with him. It's not like he's the Hulk and wearing like chainmail bottoms.
17 points.
So you did your base damage, all your sneak attack
base
damage,
Yes.
all your sneak damage, plus the draconic lance damage. Because it's your dragon.
Yeah, remember your extra 5 d6.
So 5d6.
You get to add your extra
remember
5d6 to
17.
Pike. So 17.
17. Okay.
I might have a chance. We'll see. I might have a chance.
19, 20, 21.
So
Plus
20,
17,
20 plus
28.
20, 38 points of damage. Diana, I would like you to roll me a d20 roll. You get +2 for the dragon, and you get another +2 because I already have a wound.
Or that's 19 on the die.
Oh.
19, 20, 21, 22.
Michael Jordan! Our Lord and Savior, no false prophets, 2023.
Well, Valena, I would like to ask you how you'd like to do this because anything above a 20 is a decapitation.
Oh, it's definitely getting.
So what does this look like? Here, we're gonna give you this. The story is all yours. We're gonna give you a duo cam here. We're gonna bring you in nice and close. Yeah, we're gonna turn you on here so everybody can hear you. Can everybody hear her right now? Can we hear her? You should be. I feel like you can hear her. It feels right. I see you. I'll even turn on your
good?
mic. Let's go. What does this
Okay.
look like? Because you get a decap, but you're using a pike. Your choice.
All right. So as Velina is crouching down, the nightmare in Becklin rides off, and she eyes the nightmare like, "We got this." At the last second of the nightmare going past, she takes her pike and just skewers it up into his jaw, and it just decapitates like a skewer onto her pike, and then she just puts her pike down and runs
So
like a dragon that she is.
So you roar? So I roar back in response?
Oh my god, so it's like this, roaring
Yes.
with a head in the middle on a pike as the body falls to the ground and you're holding this head in the air. I would like to remind you that
Yes.
the last one of these things you killed exploded.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Can
It's
she
okay.
use the bonus action to die?
But
back
unfortunately, because this one is not a full one of these creatures, it does not explode.
Oh.
As there is another strike of lightning on the other side, emphasizing the moment, blowing apart the stone on the other side. The room dies in light, and the only thing that is around is the burning bodies from the lightning, the fire, and everything in the room goes dark. Becklin comes and lands, the two glowing eyes of the nightmare next to you. The nightmare nudges you, and it like leans down a little bit so Becklin can get off. She goes, yeah, I get it. The agreement's over. And she dismounts from the nightmare. She comes up to you and goes, I didn't think you had it in you. You have a lance? A pike? You have one of the fabled items from the Cataclysm.
I was reunited again by one of the fallen knights.
It didn't break?
No, I mean, it's in my blood.
We need to train you.
And then she just kind of like bows her head, like,
I'm not a knight anymore. She's like, don't do that. I'm not a knight. I'm riding a nightmare. Like, I obviously am not, no offense, I'm not a knight anymore.
but I'm showing you respect as a fellow. warrior.
Yeah. That's not what I mean.
You are a knight. In my eyes, you are.
She turns to East-Tide, or S-Tide. Actually, turns to the creature to her left and goes, before, let's kill that. And she points to the T-Rex as it's roaring. And she, like, leans and has her sword and shield. No idea what it is.
No. Yeah, one of us would have said something.
As everybody comes onto the scene, I will mute this and bring up this. Do you stay as a T-Rex, S-Tide? Until you investigate stuff here, do you stay in the polymorph?
He's gonna roar one more time. And like it starts. Can't really get out now.
No, I mean, you can walk around. I'm just saying, I don't know if you want to stay like this in case there's more problems.
Yeah, it lasts for an hour.
Yeah, I'll just roar again, and just kind of start making my way.
The nightmare roars back at you. And hoofs. Becklin goes, what is that? When did we get... What is that?
And you see the T-Rex just kind of lower his head. He still has the same personality.
Yeah, it's Aldrin. It's S-Tide.
It's S-Tide.
He's a caster?
He's got some items on him.
Yes. Don't worry, I'm not. I don't do any magic.
What about that? And the points, and you see Dalamar standing at the edge of the crevice and goes, so, I think we have a problem here. Can we have the little family reunion later? And he, like, nods.
Yes, we can.
Please?
Yes, we can talk.
Are you guys all going to move across?
I'm going to swing by
Shit.
to grab whatever
Don't break the bridge.
sparkly thing is here.
Oh, okay, so you're going to walk over to that. So you're going to go to the gem on the ground.
Yeah.
The other, is the rest of the group going to go across? You're just going to hop across?
Yes.
S-Tide?
Yeah, you should hop across. Do not break.
Yeah, well, you'll make an athletic check to make that jump? Or do you want to go across the bridge?
Maybe hop across, my dude. You are a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
You can just get a running start and make that jump.
Okay,
They do not have one. They just have the strength bonus.
I'll wander around here.
Okay, so you're wandering around there. All right, you're like destroying the slime and making sure nothing's left. I'm with you.
Squishing it.
Just squish it.
Nosing these barrels and stuff. See if I can.
Sure. So let me pull up my notes here for you. In the depths of this area, this spire, can I get a Arcana check between you and Dalamar? I'll give you. You can either roll, and Dalamar can give you advantage. Or are you going to roll in the gem by yourself?
On what, this or the gem?
Yeah, you doing your gem right now? Are you looking at that, or are you just pocketing it?
I'm doing the gem right now because I don't know if pocketing it is going to be a good idea.
Then give me Arcana check by yourself, then, please. Okay. I'm going to play a different song for us. I'll bring up this one.
That is an 18.
18. While this thing looks like it's just a pile of slime and burning, it finally does kind of dissolve out. In the head of it, there is this weird, like reddish, I don't know if it's a ruby or whatever, but it's a gem. It's misshapen. It doesn't look quite natural. You know this creature is something from another plane of existence. What was your total?
For the That was an 18 total.
18. You're guessing this thing is some form of a slod. You've heard of them before. They are creatures from the abyss. They're very dangerous, and they are good at mind control. They have good regenerative property, but they lay eggs through magic and then carry them, and they infest people with these eggs to make more slod.
Can't do any cutting.
Right. The piece you have implanted in each one of the slots is a gem. You don't know what they're used for other than they say they are very powerful and magical in style or in creation. You would either need a library to make another roll. Basically, you're not sure. Or if you have a Knowledge of Palanthus card, you could use that, and I will give you more information. I think we have one Knowledge of Palanthus, right? No, we do not. Do we not have any? We have no Knowledge of Palanthus, unless anybody has one they can play in the audience, or Kelly stockpiling them. You can always play that while you're making that decision, as you know it's safe to pick up.
Oh no. What happened? Did I just play a Knowledge of Palanthus card? How is this happening?
All right.
Oh.
Since this is the Secret Time show, do you want to know live, or do you want to know after the show?
After the show.
All right, done.
Secret
Remind me
Council.
afterwards. Secret Council. Across the way, everyone but the T-Rex went. So you went over. Well, that's S-Tide, right? So I'll put S-Tide underneath him as he wanders around. Backlund will come over. I will delete this creature. And then Valina, where are you at? Oh, you went over to the gem. You didn't go to the other one.
I went with Adriel.
Okay. S-Tide and Backlund will wait as you come over. Dalamar and Backlund will wait as you bring it over to them. I'm assuming to meet up. He goes, I think this is what they use to grow their spawn.
Please.
And he points to like this shattered gem. He just blew apart, and there's like gel and like bodies and skeletons dissolving from the spell he cast. I think this is what makes them. Or they born from them. I'm not 100% sure. But, and he like reaches down and kicks some of the sludge. They're not doing it now. Now,
Yeah.
audience, I need advantage roll for his Arcana check. Continue.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nigel.
No, I was gonna
You can make one.
explain. No, I was gonna explain to him like what I learned from the corpse over there, but
Slod. I've heard of them. They're hostile. They don't communicate well. And they usually use telepathy to speak to people. We didn't let them do that, thank God. Or whatever you believe in. But, do you think that there's a chance that, this merger is how draconians are made?
I mean,
They're born in eggs. And as that's happening, noise as you hear combat upstairs finally echoing since it's silent down here. And within a few moments, it goes quiet.
I'll roll Arcana on this gem that he smashed. I don't think I'm gonna find out much more than him.
I also need the audience rolling
Oh.
another 2d20 for the fight upstairs. One for the attack, one for the power check.
I got
What did you
a
get?
21.
Okay, so you know that chasm below and the bridge is about 70 foot down. You can see slime all down the walls. And they kind of come up to this gem like it's grown out from it, like spilled out. This piece that's here is what is known as a spawning stone. They use them to magically create more of themselves. And it brings them from another plane of existence. So you blew up like a gateway between as it would just keep sending more of these. They infiltrate like just a hive. It's horrible.
Okay.
And they multiply quickly. The only other thing you would know about it, the spawning stone, is for some reason these spawning stones with that knowledge of Palanthus, Modrons would know about them and what they are.
Oh yeah, well, because if they come from the abyss, we have someone who worked in limbo for a year or two before they decided to sign on with us.
Literally fights them. So we got a 16 and an 18 for his Arcana. So the 18 plus his bonus. And the second 2d20, we got, I guess I'll take the 8. What is the next one? 18. And the next one is an 18. 2 18s. Okay. So as they bash through upstairs, it goes silent. Kefkin, and you can hear hoofs making their way downstairs. And you know your army is coming down here. But it's a pretty far distance away. He says, I think we take this to your... back to the ship, some pieces of this to study, and you know that there's a Modron that you left back at Dyer. You didn't bring him, but that's only hours away if you need to. On top of that, you know that they are shape changers. Okay. And you guys have had a lot of problems with things looking like draconians or humans. They are natural shapeshifters. And they try to take the look of something near them when they are born to look like they belong. If these tadpole-looking dragon-like ones she just fought took on the shape of one of those, because there's probably draconians here. And if you search where the T-Rex is, as he's walking around, sure enough, you find like shattered rock and things like that on the other side of other draconians that died down here.
Oh, wow.
With that, Kefkin comes down, sees the T-Rex,
Yep.
and charges.
No, Captain, no, it's died. I yell, and I start running towards
I would like you
Captain.
to make an athletics check opposing me as I try to shove you into the crevice.
Oh, shit, okay.
It's only gonna be one roll. She may or may not hear you. She goes, troops! And they start running at him.
18.
Oh, are they're trying to push?
Yeah, it's a fucking crazy monster, and they're clearing
Yeah,
this
no.
place.
I wasn't sure if Velina needed to roll or if S-Tide needed to roll.
S-Tide needs to roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was me.
You said I'm
Sorry.
rolling athletics?
Yes.
Yeah, but
So you get
I
strength
mean, you
bonus.
have a plus.
You get plus
A lot.
4 because you're larger than them, but it is versus a unit.
That is a 22.
What we got a roll, and then the second one we got a 17 and a 10. A 10 plus their bonus as a unit is a 16. As they hit into you like a wave, and they start pushing in, and they're yelling. You guys all yell to try to
Yes.
stop them.
Yeah, I'll continue running. Yeah.
S-Tide, do you shift back, or do you stay as a T-Rex and keep rolling at them?
I'm gonna sit there, like the T-Rex's head goes up and just like the roar comes out, but as it does, the T-Rex starts to shrink, and the roar is super loud, and then it gets all the way down to like a 4'4" Kender, like
The arms are still the same
you
size as they were on the
collapse?
T-Rex.
Same exact size arms. As he pushes, they push you off, Kefkin grabs you and you're over the ledge, holding the axe in one hand, and goes, "What are you doing, Harold?"
He's dripping in blood.
He's just holding it. He's just covered and wounded. He like pulls you back and sets you down. What? You could turn into a dragon? You are truly the herald of the sea. I need a persuasion roll from you, even though you are not trying to do it at advantage, because there is a chance this unit is now going to worship you as a herald of your deity.
What the?
persuasion. 14.
With advantage? That's with advantage?
With advantage.
Total at 14. Look at, we are so proud of you. And then, like, a couple of the Minotaur are hugging you. As we dim the lights in here and the camera goes back up to the surface, they've raided this place and they're talking to a few prisoners that they have found. One of them is a blue elf wearing like shell-like armor. They are inside of a barrel of water right now.
Ooh, okay.
Trying to keep themselves alive. The soldiers doing everything they can to help. You can see Cudgel there talking to them in the barrel. The camera slides outside as the thunderstorm rages still. Just the decimation outside that was not caused by your group. There's burnings and everything, but there's no Draconians or Red Army soldiers left. These slods and the tadpoles killed everyone. And these people were locked in cages. as they were giving them food and doing things. As it pans back one more to a bird's eye view and comes back down into Palanthas. As we start our next episode tomorrow, as the group tries to figure out where the City of Lost Names is. That's it for our show tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. That combat went way different than I was expecting. I almost got one of you. Does anyone have any shows this week before I do my Dragonlance minute for everybody?
Diana and I going to be up in Canada.
You good old Canada?
We're gonna be at what's it called? It's a convention, gaming convention.
Canada Games Con, I think is what they call
it.
it.
Awesome.
We'll be up there with Norse. So if anybody's up in Calgary, this weekend,
I will not be. I'll be taking a much needed break after a Kickstarter.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, good. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Kelly, do you have any shows? I know you guys are supposed to do Stars and Garters, but some people were sick this weekend. Are you guys doing it next week instead? What's going on?
Well, we're trying to figure that out, but tomorrow, Thumb Gamer Party has a charity stream supporting the Trevor Project for Brindlewood Bay.
Okay.
The GM, or keeper, I think, storyteller, is Sam Amberg. She's going to be running me, That Gamer Share, and Faye through it. I'm playing a live streaming grandma, so that'll be entertaining.
Do you have an old shawl you can put on?
We're all mavens. Oh, dude, no. I'm gonna have my Ren Fair bracers. I'm gonna have my Thor plastic helmet because it's taking place at a Viking Renaissance fair.
Oh yes!
Because I am the live streaming grandma. All of my streaming is gonna be sponsored by G Fuel.
Oh my lord!
Crimson Tears. Anyway, it starts at 9:00 EST tomorrow.
Okay.
Thumb Gamer Party on Twitch.
Awesome.
For a good cause. Dice Goblin Riddles has donated some prize support, and there's some dice as well. I don't remember. It's a lot. Also, I may have had some of this earlier.
I can tell.
And it tastes like it tastes like suffering, much like
the tears of Elden. Well, that is awesome. Say wave bye, everybody, as I do our dragon.
Good night, friends.
Good night, friends. We love you.
Yes, thank you.
So sometimes things don't go the way you want as a GM, and it seems to be pretty common on the show. And it's okay. They're in Palanthas, and we have a lot going on for tomorrow's show. For example, Drew's character, Taryn, is trying to figure out what is going on so he can get knighted. I think he wants to be upgraded. On top of that, Weehana gets to deal with her mothers, plural. And then, of course, our lovely Everin and Hagen are in the library trying to figure out how to make a Sphere of Annihilation actually work. Don't worry, what could go wrong when you destroy a library by pulling out a Sphere of Annihilation? The answer is everything. But on this show, next week, oh boy, I have something special in store for this group as they get ready to venture into the final stages of Chapter 5 for themselves. And then tomorrow I will be over not once but twice on Kobold Press as I am doing Kobold Chats during the day and the second episode of Valiant Soil at 6 p.m. CST. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, comment down below. Do your parties always do this shit to you? Just wipe everything out? Does it happen to you as a GM? Comment down below, because I have a plan to unite us GMs in this situation. On this side over here, there's going to be a video for you to watch. And on this side here is going to be a bell to click. Please click and put all the notifications on so you know when we go live. And on top of that, we're trying to hit 500 subscribers because YouTube just changed the rules so we can get super chat and all those fun things you expected on Twitch. It'll now be over here. Have a great night, everybody. And remember, when you're playing Dragonlance, you got to turn it up to 11. Bye, everybody.